Hey guys, so I'm getting pretty good at this whole trading thing. Really good at being able to hit my max loss and pick the losing trades and going on the wrong end. So yeah, let's review exactly what not to do. Okay. KTOS. Now this one was what? What do you want? What do you want? Am I being too loud? Okay. KTOS. Bought 500 shares at 11.80, sold at 11.88, so it's at 11.80 here. 31 minutes, 43 seconds. I got in somewhere around here. It got up to 12.05, and as it was getting up to 12, there's, I think, a decent sized seller there. I got filled at 12. It got to 12.05. I was like, okay, not happening. Let's get out, break even, break out or bail out. So I ended up this position. Oh yeah, look at this. KTOS. I was up 45 bucks. Yay. Next position. IZEA. Somebody called it out. It wasn't on the scanners for whatever reason. Okay, we have some lines drawn. That's great. And, you know, I was looking at it and I wanted to get in because this looked like a perfect candle with perfect rest. And Ross didn't mention it, and he's like, yeah, I see it, but whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, then I'll just look somewhere else. And I was like, but this has a really good setup. I mean, you have the fresh breakout, you have a 1 minute rest, and then continuation. And it might have dropped down, which is why it was looking weak. But as it came back up through 3, I mean, it jumped from 3 to 350 instantly, and you know, obviously 375 up here, it got halted because it moved so quickly. So I got in for the halt with 1,000 shares, 375. 5 minutes later, it resumes. The halt was at 33.23, so it resumed at 38.23. So 3 seconds out of the halt, I sold half the position, and I guess a little bit more than half of my position. That's weird. No, half the position. That was one hotkey. With a limit order, I just had it placed there right when I bought the shares. I hit Control P and it sold half. I was thinking about doing more, but I didn't want to miss out on the whole trade. So that put me up $100. It sold 500 shares, up 20 cents, $500. And I saw that it was kind of getting weak. But it was also at this crucial $4 mark. And we know that if it could get over $4, then potentially we can go up for another squeeze, possibly into a halt. I was ready to bail out as it was kind of, you know, getting rejected, and I think it came back down, went back up, tested for again, and came back down. I need 15-second charts. I need 5-second charts. So I can really see, you know, did it top here twice, or did it open, drop down, and spike up? Where was I actually, am I selling these in the right spots or not? Because obviously it spiked up initially, and I think it came back up, which is why I was trying to get out. Ross said he was adding, so I was like, oh, okay, this might be the home run. Let's add. Already up $100. I sold half my position. Let's add back another 500 shares and ride this thing. Scalp it over 4, and then still have 500 shares for the bigger move. It ended up just dying on me. Absolutely, back at 1,000 shares here. Sold half of it, 288. Held the rest of it down to 284. So, I mean, I lost almost $500 with these shares. And, I mean, almost $500 with those shares, too. So, even though I was up a lot, I ended up losing $764. So, with that trade and that poor management and holding on to it, I was up $145. And then I just went down, however much I was down at the time, 500. Just by watching it, not wanting to get rid of the trade. I held all the way down here. I went to 282, and that's where I ended up covering it. IZEA, 288, 284. So VTVT ended up working out for me for a while. So I was slowly chipping away at that $500 that I wanted to be green. So I shorted it at 81. Shorted more at 83. Shorted even more at 82. So I'm short 1,500 shares. So every penny is $15. So, it went down 5 cents. Covered half. Went down another 5 cents. Which is another like $50 with 1,000 shares. So, I got back $75. It's great. Ended up buying 500 shares here, selling for a 4-cent profit. It's another $20. So there's, I'm only down 400 now. Bought here, sold here, lost that $20 back. So down 420. Shorted it at 86. 1,500 shares. Covered all of them at 23. So now, I mean, if it was 1,000 shares, it was like 50 cents. That would be 500. Here's like the $700 loser. That's a $700. Loser. Anyway, I just kept trading this back and forth and switching my positions. I ended up being positive on the long bias and then negative on the short. I'm still short. I'm really waiting. Oh gosh, excuse me. My average is 233 with 1,200 shares. It's just kind of going sideways right now. But I really just want to see it break below this. I know it's kind of wedging here, and it's going to go either way. We're never sure which way. But if it does break below this mark where it's kind of just hovering, it's below these averages. It's on a downtrend. The lows are, I guess, getting a little higher, but the highs are getting lower relative to those. So what I'm looking at is this. Also, the stock is up on no news. No news. So for it to go from, $1.30 to, to hold that 100% move on no news seems a little iffy. So, like, as you can see, like, it's breaking down pretty quickly. Like now, up 50. Let's see. my average is 233. So now I'm down a little, depending on if it's who's making the sale. So now it's, break even. Really just want to see this go to like 229, 225, because then this is just going to go up and up and up. So for every penny that this moves, it's $11.50. So, 10 cents is going to be $150. I want to see this sucker back to $1.50. Obviously, it has resistance at 2, so if it drops down to 2, I would cover. There's some huge sellers coming through the level 2, as you can see, but obviously not enough to really drive it down. For some reason, people are buying this stock, and you never know what it is. It could be somebody, some investor buying and trying to get in, which drives the price up. It might be starting to rip. I'm down $100. Now if it gets to 260, 265, I'm going to be down a ton of money. I can't average up for the short. I don't really want to realize the profit just because I think it has more potential to go down than it does up, but there's never any saying. So, dude, I hope you're watching this and your metrics are better than this. IZEA, if I was able to keep a tight stop on it, which I was because there was pretty good volume, it wasn't, I guess, moving too crazy. I almost hit the bailout button, and I didn't because Ross said he just added, but then again, there was a 5-second delay on that, so I have to play that 5-second delay, which messes with me. If he's, he already added at that point, and he added at high of day for the break. I sold at that point, and then when he said he added, I got dumbfounded and I added too. But really, he added 5 seconds ago, and it's already back down. I can't trade with him with a 5-second delay. If I really want to take this seriously and take my trading to the next level, I'm gonna have to invest in my own scanners and almost do without the chat room, or use the chat room as just a way of getting ideas for stocks that are moving. I think that's what I want to do. I want to have a couple extra monitors devoted just to the chat room, and if I'm in a halt or anything like that, I can definitely unmute Ross to see if he's in the halt, what his input is on everything. But at the same time, I feel that I know the strategy well. I trade decently. I don't want to blame Ross for me messing up, because at the end of the day, I'm blaming Ross for teaching me everything and giving me all the knowledge that I have. So to discount him like that and say I shouldn't do this and that, it's not accurate. So here, another ramble video, another loser video. My losers right now are phenomenal. My winners are not. My winning days aren't above $300. Yet my losing days are 1,000. Back to back. Just like right now. I'm in this trade. It very well might get some traction and head back up, claim this 9 EMA and hop right back up to here. Now with $150 for every 10 cents, goes from 35 to 55. That's another $300 I'm in the hole. So add that on to this, and we're in good shape. But if this was a winner, I'd probably be taking $30, $50 here. 65 on a pop. I'd be taking it. Why am I not selling this the same way? Or why am I not holding my winners the same way that I could just hold this loser and just watch it go? So, experience, man. That is what this is. It is all experience. I have trouble watching trades when I'm not in the trades. So I find that if I justify my losing trades by saying that I'm data mining, then maybe I won't get so frustrated. Anyway, that's all for me. Hopefully this thing fades back down to here.